Doctors find big air pocket in man's brain. Doctors treating an elderly man who was having trouble with balance were surprised to find a 3.5-inch air pocket in the patient's brain. An 85-year-old man had been complaining to his doctor in Northern Ireland about recurrent falls and 3 days of left arm and leg weakness. Physicians were worried the patient may have been suffering from some form of stroke, but he was not displaying any visual or speech impairments and did not seem confused or have facial weakness. A brain scan revealed a 3.5-inch long pocket of air, also known as a pneumaticele, in the man's right frontal lobe. An MRI on the man's brain also revealed a small benign bone tumor in the man's paranasal sinuses that was eroding through the base of the skull, causing air to leak into the cranial cavity. Doctors concluded that the air pressure from the air cavity may have caused a small stroke in the patient's frontal lobe. Due to his old age, surgery was ruled out. He was instead given medication to prevent a secondary stroke. After a 12-week follow-up visit, the man said he no longer had any left side muscle weakness. Going under the knife never hurt anyone. Whoops. 2 surgical sponges were left inside a Japanese woman's abdomen for at least 6 years. The unidentified 42-year-old woman went to the doctors, saying she had felt bloated for the past 3 years. A CT scan revealed 2 masses with strings attached to them. A surgical exam confirmed the presence of 2 gauze sponges that had become attached to the woman's omentum and colon. Researchers think the sponges were left there after a C-section. The woman had received 2 C-sections from the same clinic. After the woman informed the clinic, the doctor still wouldn't admit his mistake, citing a lack of clear proof. How much proof do you need? The woman had the sponges removed, her symptoms cleared up, and she was discharged 5 days later. Man in vegetative state responds to treatment. After being in a vegetative state for 15 years, a French man is showing some signs of consciousness after neurosurgeons implanted a vagus nerve stimulator in his chest. Researchers wanted to test the ability of vagus nerve stimulation to restore consciousness in a person in a vegetative state. Vagus nerve stimulation begins with implanting a device in the chest and running a wire under the skin. This wire connects the vagus nerve and the device. The device sends electrical pulses along the nerve to the brainstem, which in turn transmits these impulses to certain brain areas. Researchers found that after 1 month of stimulation, the patient's attention, movements, and brain activity significantly improved. The scientists are now planning a larger study to confirm and extend the potential of vagus nerve stimulation. Grounded due to plastic surgery. 3 Chinese women reportedly weren't allowed to board their flight and got stuck in an airport in South Korea after getting massive plastic surgery done. The 3 Mulans looked like they just got out of a boxing match with swollen faces and lips and their heads wrapped in bandages. They were stopped by South Korean immigration officials. No, not for bad judgment, but for looking nothing like their passport photos. The picture of the 3 beasts was widely shared over knockoff Chinese social media platforms. It's become a thing over the past decade for insecure Chinese women to travel to South Korea to go under the knife so they can get transformed into ugly women who clearly look like they've gotten way too much work done. Chinese women in search of a new face visit South Korea using medical tourist visas. Almost 100,000 Chinese visited South Korea in 2016 to get things pumped up, sliced off, and reshaped. No word on what happened to the 3 women, but they're still in South Korea. Maybe they should think about some plastic surgery. Oh, wait.
Chinese mom threatens to disown girl who's addicted to plastic surgery. 29-year-old Yu Bing recently made headlines in mainland China for her crazy plastic surgery experiences. Yu had some 20 plastic surgeries in the past, including jaw contorting, nose reconstruction, and double eyelid operations. But she is still not satisfied with her looks and says she wants to grow taller by having bone extension surgery in which a doctor would break her shin bones to insert implants. Yu desires to be another Fan Bingbing, a world-famous Chinese actress. Fan, known for her perfect skin, big double eyelid eyes, and sharp nose, has long been troubled by a plastic surgery scandal. The actress strongly denies the accusations and says she was born pretty. Yu's mother went on a talk show aired by Dragon TV to complain about her daughter's plastic surgery addiction. The 61-year-old mom said her daughter has already blown 800,000 Chinese yuan on changing her looks, and now she cannot even recognize her. She threatens to disown her if she doesn't stop. Yu seems remorseful after listening to her mom. But, ironically, her face forbids her from crying because she's just got surgery that would keep her lips upward all the time. We tried to find out more about Yu's personal life by going on her Weibo, but we're not exactly sure if this is her. Trust me, we really tried. This woman has the same name as Yu and looks roughly the same. But you know, millions of Chinese girls who had plastic surgeries look exactly the same. It's getting really hard to tell who's who.